Right, hello everybody and welcome back. Now you can see film reviews are over for now, but that doesn't mean it's going to be the end. We're doing another card game today, and today I'm going to be covering Muffin Time. Now this is a card game by the guys who did ASDF. I'll show you the box, you can sort of read that. It's probably going to be up backwards anyway for you, so I don't know if you're going to be able to see any of that properly, but you know, maybe I'll go straight, I'm not sure. But if you decide to purchase this, muffin on the bottom, cool. I've taken out the cards, but you will get, this is where the cards will be, and I'll show you the cards. You'll get the rule book. You'll get this holder, because there are going to be expansion packs. There's a pie flavoured expansion pack and a rainbow flavoured expansion pack. So you'll get 40 cards each. I don't know if this will cover, if you'll be able to fit both in these or just one, because I have the normal deck here. But for example, if I just take one card, I can't fit it in this, so these cards must be a bit smaller than what's going to be coming out. So hopefully you'll be able to get both packs in, because if you buy both packs and you can't fit them in, then that's a bit pointless. But let's explain the rules of how you play this game, and then I'm going to basically just give you some tips and tricks. Now it does say here, on the rule book that you can do an internet, so the guys have their own version of explaining it, but I just thought I'd explain as well and just give a review. Now, in terms of the game, there are 3 types of cards. You have action card, which is blue. You have a trap card, which is red. And you have a counter card, which is green. Now, each of these cards have different effects. The way you start the game, you start with 3 cards each. And at the beginning of your turn, you either can play one of your trap cards down. So you play a trap card face down. If you don't have one, don't bother. And then you get to play one action. So you get to play a blue card. So you can either play a blue card. If you don't want to play a blue card, you draw a card. Now, how do you win this game? It's simple. You have to be the first one to 10 cards. Exactly 10 cards. So if you have more, it doesn't work. Less, doesn't work. You need exactly 10 cards, and then you have to say Muffin Time. So like when you play Uno, you have to say Uno when you have 1 card left, and when you have exactly 10, you have to say Muffin Time. So if it gets back to your turn, and you still have 10 cards, then you win. Now, how do you play counter cards? So the thing with actions, you can only play on your turn. The thing with traps and counters, you can activate whenever. So if someone's trying to do an action on you, if you use a counter, you can stop it. Someone else could stop it if they wanted to. And traps can activate whenever as well. If you don't get seriously what I mean too much about that, let's look at some of these cards. So, for example, I'm dropping all these cards. This card is Crybaby. I don't know if you can see that. Just in case you can read it, if another player complains, they discard 3 cards. So that could happen whenever. For example, you're playing with like 4 people. If someone just starts complaining and they're like just nowhere near your turn, then you just activate it. They'll have to discard 3 cards. Now, counter cards. They are very different on each section. So, for example, this one says opposite day. So the effects of this action card played specifically against you now affect whoever played it instead. So if someone's playing a blue card on you, you play that, and the effects of the blue card will affect them instead. So for example, if they played this one, no, hang on. Which one is it? If they played something, something like that. Still other players place traps and add them to your hand. So you're stealing someone's trap cards, you play that counter, you can steal theirs instead. Now, what's a good strategy for this? Now, honestly, I've played this quite a few times now, and I don't have a solid strategy to win consistently. Seems like a very friends-based game, so like I've played with my family quite a bit, but I feel like if you play it with your friends, you'll have a bit more entertainment just because of what some of these cards are. I'm going to give you some examples. Oh, there are some of these cards I should probably explain first. They're called minigame cards. This one says take it outside. You can challenge the other person to an arm wrestle or a thumb war. Winner draws 3 cards, and mini games can't be countered, so you can't play a counter card on them. So, for example, there's cards in here that say the player who doesn't own a dog discards cards, the player who doesn't own a cat discards cards, and obviously if you have a family, you probably either own a cat or don't, because it's probably everybody's, most likely. Can't find these. Also, some of these cards are very specific. Oh, you also get in this pack, I should mention, is a shiny card. So you get Muffin Time that says draw 5 cards, and that will apply, I believe, if you get the packs as well. You get like a shiny pie card or a shiny rainbow card. Pretty decent cards. Oh, here you go. All players who don't live here discard 2 cards. So if you're playing at, for example, if I had people over and we played it with them, then they'd be discarding 2 cards each. Works out. What else we got? What else we got? There's also counters to counter counters, so that also works. There's cards like this called Mindtail. All players discard 3 cards, which is a bit annoying. But if you have a card that says diffuse, because there's a card that says like you can diffuse the Mindtail card, and then no one will have to do that, because the Mindtail affects everybody, not just you. There's also another card, again, something similar to that. There's also cards in here that are basically, I guess, specifically to help someone else. Like if you don't think you're going to win, you could like give away some of your cards to help someone else win. So I've got another card here that says I want lemons, and this player says asks, do you have lemons? And if the player has the lemons card, you get to steal their entire hand. Now I believe the lemons card, if I can find it, where is this damn lemons card? Well, I lost the lemons card. Well, it's just the lemons card says discard 4 cards anyway. But obviously, oh, here it is. My lemons, discard 4 cards. I don't know if that. The thing is, that's not very clear. I feel like that should say make someone else discard 4 cards rather than discard 4 cards, because that makes me think it's yourself. But I don't know why you'd want to do that. There was also another card I'm going to show you in here. It was a lot closer. That's essentially a sore loser card, if you will, or something like that. Oh no, I have this other card. It says Desmond the Moonbear, players that I live furthest away, draw 3 cards. But there's another card here that says draw a bear. So I think if you draw that Desmond the Moonbear card, you'll get to draw extra cards. Oh, here it is. There's a card that says I'm Crazy, which takes all the cards that already been played and makes you put them all back in the game. It basically restarts the entire game. So make sure if you're winning, or if you don't want to restart the game, make sure somebody counters that, so you don't have to restart the game. Anything particular? Not really. There's not like a very strategy. I feel like it's a very fun game, and you can activate traps whenever. You can only have 3 trap cards on your field at most as well. If you want to discard if you want to switch a trap, you can, but you got to discard a different one. There's a trap card in here that says stick to your forehead, which I don't understand how, and if nobody notices, they have to discard cards. I don't understand, 1, how nobody can notice, 2, how I don't understand how you stick that to your forehead. Like, I'm not letting someone lick my card and stick it to their forehead. Like, I'm just not letting people do that. Plus, again, if you've already played this game once with someone, they know what the card is. So, it's a bit like, That's the thing with some of these cards, people will understand what the cards are. Like if you play it enough times with the same people, they'll be like, oh, that's that card, that's going to be that card. And then it becomes like a bit harder to play. But overall, I think it's a very fun game. I think it's more, if you want to play with friends, I'd suggest that a bit more because of what some of the cards are. I feel like are specifically oriented towards friends gameplay rather than family gameplay, but obviously you can still play with your family we had a game that lasted like almost an hour and a half just because we had to keep resetting, keep delaying someone winning. Just the competitive nature, but yeah. I know what you're thinking as well. These 2 packs aren't out yet. Will I cover them? I might cover the extra packs. I might cover the extra packs as soon as it says here's what you're missing on the bottom. If I do get the packs, they probably won't be anytime soon. I don't think I'm gonna show. I won't be able to show any gameplay of us because I know I usually show some gameplay mechanics of how to play these games. But the thing is, it is more full player, and I just can't. I don't have the setup to do that, and it just get too hectic with the family, so it just doesn't work. Overall, it's a super fun game. Not bad. I think like 15 quid on Amazon, so not bad. Pretty nice box. It's actually a very nice box that comes. I'm a good fan of good packaging and stuff like that. This is a very good box. So that's it for today. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully you've learned something on how to play this game, and hopefully you may have developed some tricks on this game. Alright, until next time. Bye. Subscribe.